If you think that the lion is the most dangerous animal in Africa, you might change your mind when you learn about the hippo. This giant hippo, as it is also called, is known for its temper, enormous size, and amazing ability to spend most of the day in the water. How does it manage to combine a semi-aquatic lifestyle with extreme aggression on land? And why do locals sometimes treat it with caution and sometimes with respect? In this video, we will reveal the secrets of the hippo. Soon we will find out if the hippo really kills more people than any other African animal and what lies behind its formidable jaws. Myths and real stories. Many African tribes have long told stories about a water giant that protects rivers from evil spirits, but at the same time can punish anyone who disturbs the rhythm of the water. Travelers of the colonial era described hippos as dirty and lazy monsters who could suddenly become fierce, literally in seconds. Legends have survived to this day of a giant hippo overturning small boats and chasing people who dared to enter its territory. Is there some kind of magic power here? Or is it just a manifestation of the natural instinct to defend its place? Science has its own explanations. General characteristics of the hippopotamus, Hippopotamus amphibius, is the third largest land mammal on the planet after elephants and white rhinos. Adult males can reach a length of 3.35 m, 10, 8, 16.4 ft, and weigh from 1.5 to 3 tons, sometimes even more. Height at the shoulders is approximately 1.3, 1.5 m, 4.3, 4.9 ft. Thick skin is 3 to 6 centimeters, 1.2 to 2.4 in. Thick without hair, greasy or grayish-brown in color. The hippo can submerge almost completely in water, leaving only its nostrils, eyes, and ears above the surface, which are located on the top of its head, and its underwater sitting usually lasts several minutes, after which it rises to take a quick breath of air. The skin secretes a specific secretion, also called bloody sweat, which has bactericidal properties and protects against sunburn. Hippos lead a semi-aquatic lifestyle. During the day, they often rest in the water, cooling their massive bodies, and at night they go to pastures, often traveling several kilometers from a river or lake to places with lush grass. Their diet consists of various types of grasses, sometimes algae and aquatic vegetation. When leaving the water, they strictly follow their law of territories. An adult male who controls a certain section of a river or lake will not tolerate rival boys and may engage in fierce fights with rivals. There are usually 10-15 animals within a group or herd, often called a school, but there can be larger associations. The alpha male is responsible for safety on the water. He marks the territory by spraying manure on the vegetation with his tail, as if to establish odorous boundaries of his possessions. There may be a certain hierarchy among females, but conflicts among them are not as severe as between males. Each hippo follows the law of respect. If two males from different groups meet on the shore, they usually try to avoid an open fight unless it is a question of finding out who is the master. Anatomical features of the hippo: extremely large mouth which can open to an angle of up to 150 degrees, allowing for the display of massive tusks and incisors. The male's tusks grow up to 50 centimeters, 20 inches long, and continue to grow throughout his life. Consisting of dentin, they are sharp as a cutting tool. Although hippos are herbivores, these tusks are not used for chewing, but for defense and attack in territorial conflicts. The skin, although thick, remains vulnerable to heat and dryness. That is why the animal quickly gets injured if it is exposed to the sun for too long and is forced to return to water or mud. Its limbs are short but very powerful, with unhooked hooves that allow it to distribute its weight evenly on heavy soil. Hippos cause more fatalities in Africa each year than other large animals, including elephants and lions. This is due to its aggressive reaction to invasion of personal space or territory that hippos consider their own. The most dangerous moment is when a person gets between a female and her cub, or when a boat accidentally approaches a hippo in the water. The animal is capable of reaching speeds of up to 30 km/h, 18.6 mph, over a short distance, making escape problematic. Its huge mouth can easily bite through a canoe or overturn a motorboat. That's why local fishermen traditionally avoid hippo areas, following an unspoken rule: do not disturb the hippo, and it will not attack you. Many stories from naturalists who have tried to study the behavior of hippos in the wild demonstrate how amusing their lazy, lying down in the water can seem, until a stimulus to aggression appears. Researchers in Uganda described how a hippo, seemingly completely indifferent, suddenly decided that the presence of a boat was a threat. In a matter of seconds, it would swim up to the boat and overturn it with a jawbreaker. Those who remained in the water had to urgently escape to the shore because the animal could repeat the attack. Another example, in the Chobe National Park, Botswana, a hippo was observed protecting a flock of crocodiles from tourists on a boat. Conclusion: perhaps he simply did not like any guests in his corner of the river, protecting his territory. At first glance, hippos seem to be just grazing and resting, but they have a significant impact on coastal ecosystems. They destroy coastal vegetation, create ditches and paths through which water flows. This activity can both positively influence the formation of new water bodies and be harmful if the population is too large. Although in most places their numbers are declining due to human activity, draining swamps, building dams, hunting for meat and tusks. Ivory is used to make carvings. Hippos are listed as vulnerable by the IUCN. Some reserves, such as in Zambia and Tanzania, protect them and try to maintain natural waterways so that the animals can migrate freely. Despite their dangerous nature and reputation as Africa's most aggressive large animals, hippos remain one of the continent's symbols, giants that are both fascinating and frightening. Their unique semi-aquatic nature is a testament to how species characteristics have been shaped and refined over millions of years. If you are planning a safari or expedition, remember the law of respect for hippos. Keep your distance and watch from a distance to see the majesty of this giant and not endanger yourself. Write in the comments what impressed you the most: their size, aggression, or semi-aquatic lifestyle. And of course, subscribe to our channel so you don't miss more stories about the amazing animal world.